Hey, what is going on, guys? It's DK back at you with another video here, predicting the 6-game NBA main slate here on Monday. A couple things before we get into the video. If you're new to the channel, my name's DK. I make videos daily talking about NBA DFS as well as NFL DFS. I'm also running a weekly giveaway on the channel. How it works is all you have to do is leave a like and a comment in the video. That's one entry in the giveaway. Max one comment though per video. So it starts with my Monday Night Showdown video that I uploaded at the beginning of the week. We'll go throughout the week. We'll actually on the end of the Monday Night Showdown video that I upload right after this. So however many videos I've uploaded for this week, you enter the giveaway that many times. So say if I have 10 videos uploaded for the week, you enter the giveaway 10 times. And again, the winner will receive $20 PayPal for myself. But with that out of the way, let's jump in the video. So first, let's look at the over-unders and the spreads for these games. Again, we got 6 games out. Only 4 are... For the over-unders are out right now. So Suns, Hornets sitting at 225.5 with the Suns favored by 4. Jazz, 76ers at 208.5 with the 76ers favored by 5.5. Warriors, Hawks at 222.5 with the Hawks favored by 6. And Bulls, Kings sitting at 210 with the Kings favored by 5 points. As always, let's start with center. And at the top here is Joel Embiid at 10.3K. Now he's getting to the point where I think he's priced about right. Like I was really liking him in that 9K range at 10.3. I think he's priced about right. It's a tough spot against Utah. I think he's an okay play. Probably more of a contrarian play, but if you're making cash game line, I probably don't want to go there. Let's see. So Sabonis at 8K is in a pretty good spot here against Memphis. The last game against Philadelphia, he fouled out. Wasn't terrible, but again, that was a tougher matchup. The price is fair. The matchup's good. I think he's a pretty solid play there at 8K. Jonas Valanciunas, this is pretty big news. He missed that last game with an illness yesterday. Or today, I guess. If he misses the game for Monday, that obviously opens up a lot of minutes and usage. So that will be something we'll have to monitor going into tomorrow. If he plays the 7.5K, don't know if I would go there, but again, if he misses... we had Brandon Clark also got injured as well. Memphis would be very, very thin up front. There would be lots like Jaren Jackson Jr. and Caboclo. So those would be guys definitely we could consider. Rudy Gobert at 7.4K again is okay, but in a tough match against Embiid, don't know if we want to go there, and there's the foul trouble risk. Julius Randle, 7.3K. You know, probably going to have a big game if the Knicks keep it close. There's some definite blowout risk in this one. I think Milwaukee's going to be favored by double digits for sure. Wendell Carter Jr. at 6.9K. He's been playing pretty consistent minutes, right? 34, 31, 30, and 34 minutes. It's a decent spot. The price is okay. I think there's probably better ways to go on the slate. Holmes actually don't mind at all here at 6.5K. The minutes have been a little bit all over the place, right? 36, 28, 20, 37. That game didn't go to overtime. So if he hits that high end of the minutes, like around 35, then I would like him a decent amount. If he hits a low end, like only like 20, then there's obviously probably not going to get you there. So a little bit risky just because the minutes have been up and down. Jaren Jackson Jr., you guys know the story by now with him. If he stays out of foul trouble when he have a good game, and if there's no Jonas Valanciunas and no Brandon Clark, they're really, really thin up front. So he would be someone you definitely could look to. But again, in this game against Minnesota, there's no Jonas Valanciunas. In 19 minutes, he fouled out. So that is always a concern. Jaren Jackson Jr. is his foul trouble issues. Markkinen's okay there, 5.8K. Brook Lopez is also pretty big news. He is currently listed as doubtful. So it looks like his brother Robin Lopez will probably pick up the start. We'll talk about him here in a sec. Miles Turner, 5.7K. You know, if Jonas Valanciunas misses, I guess it'd be okay. But again, he doesn't really flash huge upside. I think I'd prefer just paying a couple of thousand more for a guy like Domantas Sabonis in the same team. The Golden State bigs with Kevon Looney. Looks like Kevon Looney's going to be back in this one. That's probably going to be limited, but kind of takes those other bigs out of play. It's like Holly Stein, Chris Spellman. Don't know if I want to go there. Again, we got Brandon Clark listed as, he left that game with a soreness. So my best guess is he's probably going to miss this game too. And if him and Jaren Jackson Jr. both miss, again, they'd be super, super thin up front. The Charlotte front court with Cody Zeller now back. I mean, they got him, they got Biyombo, they got Marvin Williams. There's too many guys in the rotation, in my opinion, to take a shot here, so I'll probably pass there. Now, Robin Lopez at 4.4K had a pretty big game against Charlotte in only 24 minutes, put 33 fantasy points. Don't think we can expect that again, but If Brook Lopez misses again, which it looks like he did, it looks like he's going to. I think Robin Lopez probably gets mid-20s, maybe even close to 30 minutes, right? The Knicks run big. I don't think they can run a lot of small ball. So I think Robin Lopez is actually a pretty solid value play there at 4.4K. But again, I wouldn't expect him to get, be as productive as he was that last game. Kaminsky with Baines back. There's just too many guys in the rotation for me to consider those bigs. Ilyas Silva's interesting here. He kind of played strictly backup. He was backing up Giannis, so that does worry me. I thought he would get a little bit more minutes at the 5. They gave those minutes to DJ Wilson, so yeah, he's an intriguing play. Maybe he gets some more run at the 5 in this game. I don't know. I mean, there's obviously some risk. I thought he would get a little bit more run at the 5. Not so much, so that's a more risky play there, 4K. DJ Wilson, again, he got the backup 5 run. He got extended a bit too because the game really blew out. I don't think we can expect 24 minutes again from him. So don't know if I would go there again. I think I would just prefer paying a little bit more for a guy like Robin Lopez. Other options, so Kevon Looney himself with 3.4K said is on track to play. Now, there's going to be a minutes restriction for sure, but we don't know what's going to be like. Now, if that minutes restriction is 20 minutes, then I would be all over Kevon Looney at this price. If he's only going to play like 5 to 10 minutes, probably can't go there. So that's something we have to monitor going into tomorrow. And then Bruno Caboclo here at the flat minimum price. So played 29 minutes in the last game, got 36 fantasy points. Now, if Jonas Valanciunas misses, if Brandon Clark misses, then I would really like Caboclo because, again, they would be super thin up front. All they would have basically is him and Jaren Jackson Jr. So I would really, really like him if both those guys miss. So, again, that's something we do have to monitor going into tomorrow. Well, let's move on to power forward. At the top is Giannis at 12K. So it's basically, again, my same analysis with him every single time. There's definitely some blowout risk here playing the Knicks. Knicks, pretty bad NBA team, and it's at Milwaukee too. If you think the Knicks can keep this close, then you target Giannis. If you don't, then you probably fade him. There's a lot of good mid-tier options. So yeah, it's really up to you, and if you think the Knicks can keep this game close. If you do, you can probably get you the price. If the game blows out, there's a good chance he probably doesn't get you there. Oubre at 7K, strictly GPP only. I mean, the minutes and production have just been all over the place with him. 38 minutes, 50 fantasy points. 29 minutes, 18 fantasy points. 18 minutes, 15 fantasy points. 41 minutes, 48 fantasy points, right? Like, how can you try to decipher that? So it's a really good spot here in Charlotte. He's so up and down. The price is up. I think he's only in play for GPPs. I don't think he can go there for cash games just because, again, the minutes and production have been all over the place. Jabari Parker here at 6.9K intrigues me here in a pretty good spot. The game against Houston blew out, so he only played 20 minutes. Before that, that was 31, 37, and 34 minutes. He's been pretty solid, too, and this is a really good spot. So I wouldn't mind buying low there at 6.9K. He would definitely probably be my second favorite Hawk behind Trae Young. See, other options, TJ Warren, I liked him when he was like in the 4K range. Now he's 6.2, probably not for me. Again, Jaren Jackson Jr., if both Clark and JV misses, you got to consider him. Let's see. So Dario Saric at 5.9K. Early in the season, the minutes was all over the place. You couldn't trust him. He's had 3 straight games of 33, 37, and 33 minutes. So if he's going to continue to play this consistent minutes, like into the mid-30s, I think he's a pretty solid option here. But can we expect that to continue? I don't know, right? Because they were kind of all over the place to start the season. So, yeah, if he's going to play 35 minutes, I would like him. But I don't know if we can really expect that to continue. But he has played those minutes in 3 straight games. Harrison Barnes is always a guy that I never get super excited about. He did have a pretty solid game. That game against Denver, went to overtime, played 45 minutes, got 40 fantasy points. He's normally a lower usage guy that's pretty safe, so I think he's more of just a cash game option. Marcus Morris missed the game on Sunday here. If he misses again, we could look to a guy like Kevin Knox. So again, that will be something we have to monitor going into tomorrow. Other options, there's not a whole lot here. Again, the Charlotte Bigs, Marvin Williams, Biyombo, Cody Zeller, probably not for me. Kevin Knox, we could look here if Marcus Morris misses. In that game, played 22 minutes, got 21 fantasy points. He's not a super, super high usage guy, but if he's going to start and play like 20 to 25 minutes, sorry about that, I think he would be a viable cheap option. But that's about it for power forward. So let's move on to small forward. So Bun Simmons at 8.3K. I still think he's slightly underpriced, but going up against the Jazz is a tougher spot. This game in general is not super appealing for fantasy-wise. So if you really feel strongly about it, you can go there. Am I going to go there? Probably not. But the good thing is the minutes for him, right? 41, 37, 38, and 38 minutes. He's playing huge minutes now, so there's some safety there with the minutes. I think he's an okay play. It's not the best play. Buddy Hield at 7.1K. Kind of up and down, right? We know the upside's there. It's a decent matchup here against Chicago. The minutes have been there too. The game did go to overtime, so don't think it's like 40 minutes again. But he's been okay. I think I would prefer Bogdan, though, on the same team for 1,000 less. But if you want to go Buddy, have no issue there. Let's see. So Bogdan himself at 6.2K. They've been listing him as probable the last few games of his hamstring injury. They have been somewhat limiting his minutes, right? 28, 29, 28, 29 minutes. Before that, he was getting the mid-30s minutes. He is kind of the playmaker. This is a decent spot here. So I don't mind Bogdanovich. Again, if you want to go Buddy Hield for 1,000 more, have no issue with that. I might slightly lean towards Bogdan, but I get it. Buddy Hield has been playing more minutes, right? 36, 42, 37, 40. Both are in good spots. Buddy Hield has flashed a bit more upside of late. But yeah, so both guys perfectly fine on the Sacramento side. See, Chris Middleton continues to come off the bench. They've been limiting his minutes. If we get news that he's going to start and not be limited, then I would really like him at this price. But if they're going to continue to bring him off the bench, continue to play him like 20 to 25 minutes, don't know if I want to go there. Jae Crowder would be a guy that we could look to. You know, if both those bigs miss, I could use him a bit at the 4. Getting got 33 minutes in the last game, so could consider him. Again, if JV and Brandon Clark do miss. Other options, let's see. Korkmaz with everyone back besides Josh Richardson. Probably not for me. They're a 4.1. Justin James actually had a decent game. Don't think I would want to chase that game, though. In 26 minutes, did put up 23 fantasy points, but he's normally a pretty low usage guy. Batum at 3.7K. The minutes are all over the place, right? If he hits that high end, like close to 30 minutes, I would like him, but don't know if we can trust that. I think that's basically it, though. So let's move on. Ooh, whoops. I might have to refresh here. Sorry about that. Come on. Hold on. There we go. All right, let me go back to NBA. Sorry about that, guys. All right, so let's move on to shooting guard. So at the top here is Booker at 8.2K. It's a pretty good spot. The minutes have been really consistent. You know, he's going to play mid-30s minutes every single night if the game stays close. Again, a really good spot. The downside is Ricky Rubio now is back, and they're upping his minutes, so that limits the upside slightly on Devin Booker. Right, Rubio does have the ball in his hands a decent amount, but again, the price, the minutes, and the matchup definitely make him in play here at 8.2K. Brogdon 8.1, still like him. The minutes have been really consistent for him, 39 and 38 minutes the last couple games. The concern is this is, let me confirm that. This is the, oh no, the Pacers did not play. Okay, I thought it was going to be a third game in 3 nights. It's not. But yeah, this is a pretty good spot here against Memphis, right? Memphis, not the same defensive team they have been in the past. Memphis plays at a pretty fast pace, so it's a good matchup. The Mets have been there too. I think he's a pretty solid option, 8.1. Levine, too, at 7.9. I do like him a decent amount as well. The Mets have been going up on him. 30, 36, 38 minutes. He's been lighting it up too, right? The last game, 28 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. The problem is you are paying a premium, but the way he's playing right now, And the minutes he's getting, I think he's still viable here at 7.9K. So there are a lot of guys I kind of like in that 7 to 8K range. You got Booker, Brogdon, Levine, all seem pretty appealing. Even Devontae Graham here at 7.2K. Him and Rozier are just going to play mid-30s minutes no matter what in a close game. Now, I wouldn't be too worried about the last game. He only played 29 because of the blowout. But again, him and Rozier, they're pretty locked in for those minutes. And the price, I think, is viable there in a pretty solid matchup. Other options, Burks is only GPP only. He's so up and down, right? It's a good spot. So yeah, I think I would only go there for GPPs. Tyus Jones with no Ja Morant. Only played 25 minutes. Still got 31 fantasy points. I don't think we're going to get like 35 minutes from him, but I think we could get close to 30 in a close game. It's a tough spot, and the price is up where I just don't think he's like a necessary here at 5.6K. I don't think he's like a great play like he was at last slate where he's like 3.2K. A necessity, sorry. It's late. Let's see, what else? Those Golden State secondary options are just okay. Again, there's going to be another guy added to the mix there with Kevon Looney. I think my preferred target would be maybe like Alec Burks, but again, he's very up and down. Let's see. Chris Dunn is interesting here at 4.6K. They actually moved him into the starting lineup. Played 29 minutes. Now, if he's going to continue to start, I think he's very viable. He's not a super high usage guy, but at 4.6K, if he gets like 30 minutes, I think he's very much in play. Ntilikina here could be in danger of missing this game against the Bucks. So if he misses, we could look to Dennis Smith Jr., who had a really good game with him out. Talk about him in 1 second here. Other options, let's see. I think that's about it. So let's move on to point guard. Trae Young at the top at 10.5K. Now he's priced about right in my opinion, but this is a really good spot. It's all about whether or not you want to go with that stars and scrubs approach or the mid tier. I think there, could be a possibility of a lot of value open up going, into the day tomorrow, right? There's a lot of stuff we're still waiting on, so there could be a lot of really solid value. Or if there's not, there's a lot of those guys that are good priced in the mid range. So again, there's two different ways you can go. If you're comfortable with enough value, I think you can definitely plug Trae Young in a really good spot. We know the upside's there, so have no issue if you want to go there at 10.5K. Other options, again, no Ja Morant, but Tyus Jones is priced up. Rubio, don't mind him here at 6.7K. They kind of limited him in his first game back in only 25 minutes. Then got 33 minutes the last game against Dallas. If he's going to play those minutes into the mid-30s, I think he's a pretty solid option here because he fills out the stat sheet. Rozier, don't mind either here. Again, him and Devontae Graham will play those consistent minutes. 6.7K, he's very much viable. Kai Bowman even at 5.1K. Even with Draymond back, he's still been getting consistent minutes off the bench. 28, 32, 29, about 30 minutes a game. It's a decent matchup, so don't hate him. Again, him and Burks, I guess, would be my preferred targets there in Golden State, just because the front court is, they're getting more depth. Alfred Payton, let's see. This is something we have to monitor because if he's available to play, then that would be another point guard to the mix. But if both him and Ntilikina miss, then we could definitely look to a guy like Dennis Smith Jr. who I will talk about right now. He's listed at 3.2K. Again, if both those guys miss, I think he becomes a really solid value play. The concern with him is, you guys know who his coach is, right? It's David Fizdale. You just can never trust him no matter what. And they would have other guys they could use, I guess, right? They could use like Alonzo Trier. They could use other guys, I guess. But I think if both those guys are out, I think at 3.2K, he would become a really solid play just because we know the upside's there when he gets the minutes. So, yeah, I would very much consider him there if both those Knicks guards miss. I think that's about it. So, again, we're waiting on a lot of injury news, guys. That's why it's very important to follow me on Twitter. That will be in the description below. I'll give my thoughts as we get that news throughout the day. Also, it's important to check out the live stream. I'll probably be live streaming 30 to 45 minutes before lock on my YouTube channel, breaking down again all the news that we get throughout the day, as well as talking about late breaking news. But yeah, thanks again for check out the video, guys. I will be back for another video to talk about the NBA slate on Tuesday. Also, I'll have that Monday night showdown video for you NFL guys up right after this. So thanks again, guys, and I will see you later.